Welcome back, friends. Today, we're diving into the twisted world of a psychological horror thriller that's sure to leave you disturbed long after it ends. The movie we're recapping today is A Cure for Wellness, released in 2016. This film is a unique blend of suspense, mystery, and psychological thrills that will keep you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. If you're a fan of mind-bending, eerie stories, then this one's for you. The plot revolves around a young, ambitious executive who is sent to a remote wellness center in the Swiss Alps. But once he arrives, he uncovers secrets that are far more terrifying than he could have ever imagined. So, without further ado, let's dive into this chilling tale. A Cure for Wellness opens with a shot of the bustling city of New York, where a company executive collapses and dies at his desk. The scene shifts to Lockhart, a young, ambitious executive at the same firm, who is called into a boardroom meeting by his superiors. They inform him of an urgent task. He must travel to the Swiss Alps to retrieve the company's CEO, Pembroke, who has abruptly left for a wellness retreat and refuses to return. Lockhart is reluctant, but realizes he has no choice if he wants to protect his career, especially with suspicions regarding financial irregularities pointing towards him. As Lockhart travels to the remote wellness center in the mountains, he is struck by the scenic beauty of the Swiss Alps, yet there's an eerie, unsettling atmosphere that lingers. Upon arriving at the wellness center, he is greeted by its imposing architecture, a castle-like sanatorium isolated from the rest of the world. The facility is serene, almost surreal, surrounded by lush greenery and misty forests. However, Lockhart senses something off. The patients are unnaturally calm, almost entranced, and they all seem obsessed with the mineral water provided by the center, which they claim has miraculous healing properties. Lockhart's initial attempts to meet Pembroke are blocked by the staff, particularly by the stern head doctor, Dr. Heinrich Vollmer. Vollmer reassures Lockhart that Pembroke is simply not well enough to leave and insists that he is there for a cure. Frustrated, Lockhart decides to stay overnight at a local inn, hoping to see Pembroke the next day. But on his way back, his car swerves to avoid a deer, causing a horrific accident. He wakes up in the wellness center, his leg in a cast, and is informed by Dr. Vollmer that he is lucky to be alive. Vollmer insists that Lockhart should stay to recover, but the young executive is more determined than ever to get Pembroke and leave. As Lockhart explores the facility, he meets Hannah, a mysterious young girl who stands out from the other patients. She's different, her movements are more fluid, and she seems somewhat childlike in her demeanor. She tells him that she's been at the center for as long as she can remember, under the care of Dr. Vollmer. Lockhart is curious about her, but also deeply suspicious of the center's operations. The staff's constant emphasis on the cure and their insistence on drinking water from the spa's spring only deepen his unease. During one of his explorations, Lockhart sneaks into a restricted area where he discovers tanks filled with eels. The sight is disturbing, and he can't shake off the feeling that something sinister is happening behind the scenes. Despite his growing paranoia, the staff convinces him to undergo a series of treatments for his supposed stress. He is subjected to strange hydrotherapy sessions, including one where he is submerged in a sensory deprivation tank filled with water and eels. The experience is both surreal and terrifying, leaving him confused about what is real and what is hallucination. Lockhart eventually finds Pembroke, who seems to have undergone a complete transformation. The once stressed CEO is now a docile, glassy-eyed patient who believes he's finally found peace. Pembroke refuses to leave, insisting that the water at the spa is curing him. Lockhart is stunned by Pembroke's change in behavior and is convinced that the center is brainwashing its patients. His attempts to escape are thwarted by the staff, who keep insisting that his leg injury needs more time to heal. As Lockhart delves deeper into the history of the wellness center, he learns of a dark legend involving the Vollmer family. Centuries ago, a baron who once owned the castle conducted gruesome experiments, searching for a cure to human ailments. He was obsessed with purity and even married his own sister in an attempt to produce a pure bloodline. However, the villagers discovered the horrific experiments and burned the castle to the ground. Strangely, the current Dr. Vollmer looks exactly like the Baron in the old portraits Lockhart finds. Lockhart's suspicions grow when he discovers that the cure involves extracting a mysterious serum from the eels in the aquifers beneath the center. This serum is then injected into patients to prolong their lives, but it comes at a cost. The water that supposedly cures them is, in fact, slowly poisoning them. The staff and Dr. Vollmer are using the patients to create the serum, draining them of their life force. Hannah, who has gradually become close to Lockhart, reveals that she's not like the other patients. She's special, and as Lockhart digs deeper, he realizes that she is the product of the Baron's centuries-old experiments. Vollmer, in reality, is the Baron himself, who has managed to achieve near immortality by using the serum derived from the eels. The patients are merely subjects in his experiments, slowly drained of their vitality to sustain Vollmer and his quest for eternal life. Lockhart's growing obsession with uncovering the truth leads to more sinister discoveries. He finds underground chambers where horrific procedures are carried out on patients who are kept alive only to be harvested for the serum. In a harrowing sequence, Lockhart himself is subjected to a brutal dental extraction procedure, meant to further break his spirit. The climax of the film unfolds as Lockhart and Hannah attempt to escape. Vollmer reveals his twisted plan. He wants Hannah, his daughter, to continue his bloodline. Lockhart, horrified, tries to save her, culminating in a tense confrontation in the depths of the wellness center. Lockhart sets fire to the facility, triggering chaos and finally destroying the serum production apparatus. In the final moments, Lockhart and Hannah flee the burning castle on a bicycle, racing down the mountainside. As they reach the town below, Lockhart's colleagues from the firm arrive, having been sent to bring him back. However, Lockhart's demeanor has drastically changed. He is no longer interested in returning to his old life. He has become a part of the madness he tried to escape from. With a haunting smile, he rides away with Hannah, leaving behind his corporate life forever. A Cure for Wellness is a psychological horror that explores the dark sides of ambition, obsession with youth, and the pursuit of eternal life. The film paints a disturbing picture of how far people will go to preserve their own existence, even if it means sacrificing others. The atmosphere, haunting visuals, and eerie soundtrack keep viewers on edge throughout the movie, while the gradual unraveling of the center's dark secrets grips the audience until the very end.